So welcome to the How to Quit Porn series part 2. Now, this part is about how pornography is never ethical. And I want to make a disclaimer right here in the beginning that I am anti-porn. And therefore these videos are going to be very biased against porn. So just a disclaimer that what I'm saying here is sometimes I reach quite far. Like sometimes I'm trying to reach for arguments that are good for my case against porn. So if you are someone who is pro porn, or you just disagree with what I'm saying, then please do comment on the video what you think and how I am wrong in your opinion, because I might be wrong in many things. But anyway, the point of this video is that even if what I'm saying is not completely factual, the whole point is to make you think that porn is unethical always. So hear me out and obviously draw your own conclusions. So if you after this video feel like that's bullshit, that's not true, then fine. But this is what has worked for me. This is how I think these days. And this works for me to prevent me from going back to porn. This is one of the biggest things. This is one of the biggest techniques or tips that work for me personally to prevent me from going back to porn. This is one of the biggest things. Because even when you don't watch pornography for 5 months, like I have, you still get the urges sometimes. You know, you're away from, well, it's different for single people for sure, but even for me who I am in a relationship, when there's a time when I am away from my partner, there are moments where I think, damn, I really feel like I would like to do some solo action. And in those moments, I feel like, should I watch some porn? Like, my brain goes back in time onto those moments where I have watched pornography and where it has felt really good. And it becomes really tempting. So in those moments, you need to have something that prevents you from falling victim to those temptations. And one of the biggest things that works for me is thinking that it's always unethical. So let's get into why is it unethical. Well, first of all, pornography fuels sex trafficking. Now, this is something that doesn't exactly make sense to, if you haven't looked into it, it doesn't really make sense. But I will link in the description sources from Fight the New Drug organization on this topic, on how it fuels sex trafficking, so you can read for yourself. But nevertheless, that's one reason why whenever you go to a porn site, there's a very high chance that that site is hosting porn that involves trafficked victims, trafficked women. And why not men, but at least trafficked women. There's a really high chance. Pornhub, which we all probably know, everyone who knows anything about porn knows Pornhub, they did some kind of a purge a few years ago where they purged a lot of unverified videos. So that solved some of the issues that there's less videos on that site these days that are not verified and that are, you know, likely to include illegal material and trafficked people and all that. But nevertheless, even then, there are porn production companies that traffic people. So even if you have a verified company, a verified producer of porn on a site like Pornhub, there's still a chance that there's trafficked people in there. So basically, there's always the chance that on any site, and especially sites that are not verified, and there's many sites that do no verification at all for their videos. So just remember that, like every time you go to a porn site, think to yourself that there's a high chance that there's trafficked people in some of the videos on this site. And therefore, if you support the site, then you support the material, because you give a platform. By supporting the porn site, you support a platform that has illegal trafficked material on it. So it's always a bad thing to support porn sites. So the next one is porn ruins relationships. And this is something where I understand that there's many couples out there who actually enjoy porn together and it doesn't ruin the relationship for them. I'm saying that in general, one of the effects of porn on some relationships is that it ruins the relationships. I'm not saying that every single relationship is going to be plagued by this, so don't get me wrong. But anyway, I will make a separate video on the relationship part because I have my own anecdotal experience and some things I've read on the internet, and I want to make a whole complete separate video on it. And, like I already mentioned, if you use any of the tube sites, then you are driving traffic into those sites. Those sites do not verify their content or their user's age. So you are supporting illegal activity and trafficking, and also you are supporting porn becoming bigger and bigger as an industry. You're supporting an industry that has a very negative effect on today's youth. And you see, having porn on the internet is a problem for most people. For some people it's not. Like, sure, some people are able to control their urges, control their behavior, and only watch pornography now and then. Although even then they are supporting, like I said, the trafficking and all the other bullshit, so it's not ethical anyway. Even if you do it once a month, it's not ethical. The fact that we have porn on the internet is bad. So if you watch porn on the internet and you support porn on the internet and you drive traffic to those sites, then that's a bad move. That has a bad effect on the society and the world. And yeah, I mean, let's be honest, if porn did not exist, the world would be a better place. And we wouldn't have the sex trafficking as huge as it is as an industry if it wasn't for porn. You can check these things on the Fight the New Drug page that I will be linking in the description. And I would also like to point out that I understand that if you and me stop watching porn, it does not stop the demand. Like, it's the same as with anything. Like, everybody does it anyway, and so many people are gonna do it anyway that it doesn't really make a difference if you and me are an exception. But that's a shit way of living your life. I think we should always... It's the same with, trash. You should pick up trash even if others don't. Even if the planet is gonna be filled with plastic, no matter what you do, you should still do your best and your part and live your life the best way possible. And one reason is that you can be a role model to somebody else and you can cause a chain effect, a chain reaction. And it's the same with porn. Like, if I just kept using porn and watching porn, I would not be making these videos. But now I'm making these videos and I'm actually trying to help people. I'm actually trying to create content that some people could find helpful. I choose, as an individual, I choose to do this different thing, even though it's hard as fuck, and even though it might not have any effect on anything. I think that's a meaningful way to live your life. Like, I think, if nothing else, then stop watching porn and stop driving traffic into porn sites and into the industry just for the sake of making your life more meaningful and feeling better about yourself, if nothing else. And so there's one more thing I want to address on this video. There's one more separate topic, and that is OnlyFans. Because you see, I used to think that OnlyFans is not so unethical because you can be anyone. You can be an individual girl who makes the decision to create some porn. Like, you can film yourself and publish it yourself, and you're not trafficked. You're not abused. You're not threatened to do it. You do it by your own choice. But here's the thing. Fight the New Drug actually has a post on this. They've written about this, and I will link this as well in the video. But OnlyFans also has basically producers that get girls to do porn for them. So actually, even on OnlyFans, trafficking exists. Even on OnlyFans, abuse exists. There's girls doing porn on OnlyFans, not because they want to, but because somebody made them do it, even on OnlyFans. So that's one thing. Now, the second thing is, OnlyFans encourages women to take on sex work, which, OnlyFans is sex work. And this is fine for some people. I want to say that. Like, I want to say that there's always different kinds of people. And for some people, sure, maybe you can be a woman and you can make OnlyFans and you can be fine. But just think about the average healthy women, or who would be healthy women, who could have a healthy relationship and a family, and they, at a young age, decide to start OnlyFans because they think it's gonna make them rich quick, which it won't, because it's like a 1% on the top that makes a lot of money, and the other 90-something% of the women on OnlyFans don't make shit. But anyway, you can have someone who could have a really nice, healthy, bright future, and then at a young age they want some money because they've seen what OnlyFans can do, and now they start making OnlyFans content, and suddenly they ruin their lives. They won't get a healthy relationship because, let's be honest, dude, would you date a girl who has made OnlyFans? Would you be fine with a girl who has made OnlyFans? Girl who is fine with masturbating on camera? And this is, you know, you have to, like, I will admit that this is very much anecdotal. My channel is very much anecdotal, but all the women around me, I know a lot of women, and none of them would ever take their clothes off in front of the camera. Like, that's basically, that's normal. In my world, that's normal. And there has to be either something wrong with you, or you have to be special. Like, this is a bit hard to put into words so that it's not insulting to those women, but basically, if you have had a shit youth, you are not okay if you're taking your clothes off in front of camera. Or then you are a very special mind and you don't have the shame that normal people do have. But anyway, for most women, OnlyFans is not good. It's not a good idea for most women. Another bad thing about OnlyFans is that it feeds into the simp culture, and this is really fucking bad, you know, because I'm not blaming really, like, yeah, I blame women partially for making, like, if you're a woman and you make OnlyFans and you take money from simps, then you're an asshole, and I don't like you at all, and I think you are not very ethical or morally on the right side of things. But at the same time, it's men's own fault as well that they are simps and they donate money into OnlyFans and they ruin women and women ruin men. And basically, the simps and the OnlyFans creators actually ruin each other. That's what I think. But that's one of the effects that is really negative about the OnlyFans phenomena, the simp culture. And also, OnlyFans feeds into porn addiction. And by the way, here's the thing. I will make another video completely, a separate video about gooning. If you know what it is, like I've said before, I'm sorry if you know what it is, because it's not something... If you know what it is, then chances are that you have been really deep into the addiction. But anyway, there's a lot of women on OnlyFans and TikTok and wherever who actually encourage porn addiction. They make content, they make gooning content, and they encourage people to become even worse addicts. So that's fucking shit as well. Like, that's not good at all. So that's unethical, once again. And if you want to defend OnlyFans, if you have some really good arguments that are for OnlyFans, the why it's good, then let me know in the comments. And everything I say, I want you to comment below if you disagree, because like I said, these videos are really anecdotal. I'm trying to link some research made by Fight the New Drug, but like not by me. Like, I haven't done the research. The organization Fight the New Drug, they have done the research. I just link those researches there and you can draw your own conclusions. But my videos are biased and anecdotal, so you can challenge me for sure, and I would love people to comment below if they agree or disagree. And now there is still, actually, after OnlyFans, there's still one more topic on the unethical side of things. This is something quite recent that I've been thinking about. AI porn, so artificial intelligence generated porn. Is that unethical? Is that bad? Because here's the thing, is anyone being hurt if you generate an AI porn picture for yourself? Is that bad? Is that causing a bad effect on the world? This is something I don't know about, so comment below if you know. Do those sites and AI, what is it called, engines, does it cause harm in the world to generate AI porn? Because my arguments would be that, first of all, you can create child material with AI, and that's not good, obviously. And you can create women with AI that are unrealistic and sexualize women without actually even having real women in it. Like, you can hypersexualize women with AI. And also, I believe AI takes material from the internet to create its own material. So basically, in order to create AI porn, you actually have to use the existing material, pornographic material, that is unethical. So this is a reach, but I think, generally speaking, it's not good. I think flooding the internet with even more porn, even if it's AI porn, I don't think it's good. Hypersexualizing women, and once again making porn addiction even worse by creating more and more material, creating more and more extreme material with AI. I don't think it's good for porn addicts. I don't think it's good for the internet. And but yeah, comment below on AI, because I don't really know. What I do know is that AI has the exact same effect on porn addicts as hentai does. If you think that it's not real porn and therefore you can use it and watch it, then you will get fucked. Because this is the same with hentai, and believe me, I did this so many times with hentai when I was still a porn addict. I would watch hentai because I would think it's not real porn, and I would think that I'm not a porn addict if I watch hentai. And I would think that I'm just gonna watch hentai and not porn. But it always, literally every single time, without fail, if I watched hentai, I would eventually go into real porn. And it's the exact same thing with AI. If you watch AI generated porn imagery, you will find yourself watching real porn sooner or later. So if you're an addict, if you're recovering or trying to quit, you can't use AI porn, you can't use hentai. And even though, you know, hentai, by the way, on the topic of ethics, I think hentai is great in a way that it's literally people making art and drawing. It's literally being creative with your sexuality. So that's actually pretty cool. But if you're an addict, a recovering one, or someone who's trying to quit, you can't use hentai because it's gonna make you jump into real porn and you will never be able to quit if you use it. But on the ethics side, I think hentai is actually cool. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. If you think hentai is unethical, then let me know. But I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually pretty nice that there's really amazing artists that sort of use their sexuality as fuel for creativity. But anyway, this video was a bit of a messy one, I think. As always, I just came from a 3-week vacation where I was traveling and I couldn't make these videos for 3 weeks. So I dug up my notes for this video that I made before the trip, and I just tried to go through the notes. I hope you got something out of this, and the final consensus is, and the final point for this whole thing, why do I make a video? What does it mean it's never ethical? What's the point of this whole thing? The point is, you should always feel bad about consuming porn. You are not bad for using porn because you're actually a victim of a drug and technology. But you should know that if you use porn, you are causing negative effects on the world and the society. So if you watch porn, you're bad for watching porn. You're not... I just said you're not bad for watching porn because you're a victim. But my point is, if you can quit, that's a really fucking good thing for the world. And that's morally a great thing. and it's something to aim for. You should always feel bad about consuming porn. Always. So just remember that. And until next time, I will try to make these videos a bit more regularly now that I'm back from the trip. So see you on the next one, and thank you for watching.